I'm thrilled to have Alison Toon here to talk to me today. Alison is an industry veteran, having spent 20 years on the HP side, the client side, and then she worked on the supply side. And now she's in the perfect position, I think, where she can bring all of that experience and wisdom together and help other companies. And she is going to host a session today at LocWorld in Dublin on AI. And Alison, can you just give me a little bit of information about the session, the title, and what it means?
Sure. The title is, I think the title is AI and Automation to Optimize Global Content and Processes. So we're going to be looking at the tools available, but to let you know, the research that we do at CSA Research, we're constantly looking at all aspects of the localization industry for enterprises and startups, for LSPs and global content services providers, and then also examining how freelancers and consumers and enterprises customers are affected by it all. So this presentation will be informed by our latest research across many areas that include generative AI, but also process automation in different forms, and then also how organizations are actually buying language services today.
That sounds great. I mean, that sounds really interesting. It seems that everybody is talking about AI now. And it's good to know that this session is going to be coming from more than just pie in the sky opinions. There's been real work behind this.
We're talking about not only AI, but there are other tools out there. And I think perhaps some of the most vital tools are ones that are more around process of examining what your requirements are. So things like content audits and process audits, so that you can design the optimum process, because you know what goes in and what must come out the other end and what transformations must happen. You can't just say, let's throw AI at everything and expect it to work magic.
I think that's what some people are hoping, but this sounds much more realistic.
So
and so what sort of tools will you be talking about?
Well, we'll be talking about, I mean, I don't want to let out all of the secrets because we're still doing the research, obviously, and it's changing so fast. And there's lots of new things happening and some things that arrive and then go away again. But it will be based on our latest research into different areas around the technology that's available to enterprises today, where we're seeing tools emerging, different AI features that can help, and looking at where the industry is headed.
Okay. Well, that sounds very useful. So who should attend this session then? Who would this benefit?
Yeah, I say it's primarily for enterprises and startups and organizations that are actually consuming language services and technology so that they can deliver language access to their own customers and clients. But it will also be of interest to LSPs who are looking for insights into what their customers need from them and what they're looking for in the future. So everybody, really. Everybody's welcome.
Well, when you were talking about the research that a client would have to do in order to know what tools they can use, I was thinking that would be a good practice anyway, is to know exactly what you do and how you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's great. This sounds like a really useful session. It's exciting to have someone with your knowledge at the conference to speak about this, because I think it would benefit, like you said, anybody who's there. But why should, yeah? Go ahead.
If I find some gotchas, I'll be sharing the gotchas, because if we make mistake with, I mean, I did some research into multimedia tools that we spoke about at a recent LocWorld, and brought some of the gotchas to that one, because if there's things going on that the audience that everybody needs to know about, then it's good to point people in the right direction.
Absolutely. So why did you decide to come to Dublin?
Because I love Ireland, and I'll tell you my experience. It was a previous LocWorld. When was it? Was it 2016?
Yes, there was one in 2016.
2016, I was there, and I happened to have a business meeting for the weekend, for after the weekend. So I managed to stay in Ireland for that weekend, and I rented a car and drove to Galway and drove up and down the wild Atlantic coast. I think I drove more miles that weekend than I have ever driven in 2 days, but it was so beautiful. And I would encourage anybody that's attending LocWorld to try and take some time to explore the country, because Ireland is just incredibly beautiful.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea, especially at that time of year, perhaps, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. It's just, and it's great to meet everybody and to connect with people that you only get to see at LocWorld, which
that's
is
right. Yeah. I tell people, I was telling someone just now that it is such a great industry because everyone has a wonderful global view, and
absolutely,
it's just
absolutely. There's
nice to get
always
together.
and there's always something new to learn
Yes,
every
especially
day.
from Alison Toon at her session at LocWorld Dublin. Thank you so much,
So
Alison.
you're very welcome.